Look at me. Ain't I fresh as I can be. Still I prevail when they test and throw the best at me. Cause I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell from my stance. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell from my stance that it's common spectators pass out from a glance. I'm still going hard. You can bet it. My swag so crazy, I got it a straight jacket. Look at me. Ain't I fresh as I can be. Still I prevail when they test and throw the best at me. Cause I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell from my stance. I'm the man.
Welcome into a special edition press conference here live from PNC Park. I'm Hannah Mears alongside Stephen Brault. Stephen, it was announced that Josh Harrison is going to be officially retiring as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Jay Hay has meant so much to this city of Pittsburgh, and it's going to be great to hear from him personally in just moments. But a great person to have beside me right now to speak on his behalf because you were a teammate of his. So what does this mean to you to see?
I was. It means everything. And I can't imagine Josh Harrison retiring as anything else, really. You know, he kind of embodies what Pittsburgh is as a baseball town. He's a hard worker. He won the Heart and Hustle Award, of course, which we'll get to. But this is a guy who every time he went on the field, you knew you were getting 100% of whatever he had that day. And sometimes it felt like he had like 140% to give because he had so much energy, so much passion for the game, and he kind of radiated it to everybody else on his team.
You had mentioned Heart and Hustle. We were talking about that a lot today because Jake Mangum was just awarded that for the Pittsburgh Pirates this year. We can see very clearly what he brings to the field. So give us a glimpse into how Jay Hay embodied that. What do you remember about his play?
Okay, so first of all, I'll tell you this. If you couldn't find Jay Hay in the clubhouse, it was because he was either working on something in the cage, he was taking an insane amount of ground balls at second base or third base, or he was doing something ridiculous like getting out of a pickle that he has no business getting out of, or making a play down the left field line when he's playing third base that nobody should be able to make. I mean, we saw Josh Harrison do so many incredible things that he made them look easy a lot of times, and you almost didn't realize, oh my gosh, that's a play that most guys just wouldn't even get to. For Josh, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's another thing. And he always knew where he needed to be. He was incredibly fundamentally sound while also being so exciting to watch. And it's hard to do both those things, and he did both.
What about the iconic rundown? I bring that up because I think it's so crazy ironic that this year he's been brought up so much in our broadcast because we've replayed moments just like that. What do you remember about that?
Okay, so first of all, there's a few things I remember from Jay Hay specifically. That rundown is insane. I mean, he really had two of them that you could point to. But this is the sort of team or sort of player that brings a whole team up, no matter what he's doing. So if he gets caught in a pickle, it doesn't matter. Like, he's going to make the best out of the situation, make it difficult on a defense to get an out. It didn't matter. But we also saw him hit a walk-off home run against Rich Hill in the 10th inning. I mean, I remember so much about him, and it's just so great to see him being honored in this way because he deserves it so much.
I know there's a lot of guys in the league who are probably like, okay, good. I'm really glad that guy's officially going to say he's retiring. Those are the types of players I don't think you want back on the field either. DK mentioned energy too. When he looked in the dugout, everyone radiated it with him.
Yeah.
Truth to that?
Absolutely. Quick story, okay? Every time that Josh Harrison came in the dugout after he went to the plate, it didn't matter. He could hit a home run. He could strike out on 3 pitches. It didn't matter. He'd walk in and say, he booty, and he know it. That's what he'd always say because he had this unshakable confidence he just couldn't make up. And as we see his family coming in now, I'm so excited to get to be a part of this press conference, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's been an honor to hear your stories. I can't wait to hear so many more here from Jay Hay and celebrate him throughout the day. For more and to kick things off in a very special edition here at PNC Park, here now is our fearless leader at the Pittsburgh Pirates and SportsNet Pittsburgh, Mr. Greg Brown.
And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today, a very special day in the Pirates organization as we welcome back Josh Harrison and his family here to PNC Park to celebrate Josh retiring as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Joining Josh up here is the Pirates chairman, Bob Nutting, and Kevin Graves. Both Bob and Kevin had a front row seat to Josh's time here in Pittsburgh, and they were firsthand witnesses to not only the player he became, but the energy, the toughness, the personality that he brought to this organization. Josh made the major leagues as a Pittsburgh Pirate in 2011 and spent 8 seasons in Pittsburgh. He made his major league debut, by the way, against the New York Mets on May 31st and he singled in his second Major League at-bat against knuckleballer R.A. Dickey. Over 842 games in a Pirates uniform, Josh Harrison collected 773 hits, scored 363 runs, hit 154 doubles, 52 home runs, drove in 269 runs, and stole 75 bases while hitting .277 as a Pirate. But numbers only tell part of the Josh Harrison story. He was a two-time National League All-Star, earning selections in 2014 and 2017. His 2014 season, especially memorable when he hit .315, posted an .837 OPS, and finished 9th in the National League MVP voting. Most importantly, Josh was part of one of the most memorable eras in recent Pirates history. He helped this organization reach the postseason in 3 consecutive years from 2013 through 2015 and became a fan favorite because of the way he played the game, his energy, his versatility, his toughness, and his style was uniquely his own. Anyone who watched Jay Hay during those years remembers the head-first slides, the incredible rundowns, the ability to play anywhere on the field, his enthusiasm that he brought to the ballpark every single day. He had 8 walk-off hits in his time with the Pittsburgh Pirates, including that leadoff home run off Rich Hill of the Dodgers in the 10th inning, breaking up the no-hit bid by Hill. That is why it is so fitting to have Josh and his family back with us here today and to have him officially close this chapter of his career where his Major League career began. With that, it is my pleasure to welcome Pirates Chairman Bob Nutting.
All right. Josh, it's a real pleasure to be here with you today and to welcome you back to Pittsburgh. We think of you as a Pittsburgher, and just talking to you and to Brittany and your family, I know it was an important part of your life. And so we want to welcome back for many reasons, but one of them certainly, as Greg just went through, just as a player, what you did was remarkable. Played with grit, played with energy, played with excitement. Whether it was the rundowns, whether it was the smile or the commitment as you came off the field. You were such an important part of those teams, 13, 14, 15, that were really important to me, to this organization, and to Pittsburgh. Meant all the difference in the world. Bringing postseason baseball back to Pittsburgh, and we all remember what that atmosphere was like. And you certainly made that possible. But even more than that, and I'm looking at your daughters and your family, but the person who you are, your commitment to family, your commitment to the community, your commitment to charities, that's really special. And we want to make sure that you feel like Pittsburgh is your home, and that we appreciate you and want to celebrate you and want to make sure that formally and informally, you always know you're a part of the Pirates family. And so it's my privilege to welcome you and to give you a final contract as you're ending your career as a Pittsburgh Pirate, because that's where you belong, and we're just glad to have you back. Thank you.
Thank you. I sign this. You sure, babe? I'm done? Thank you.
Kevin? Kevin Graves?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, just want to congratulate and thank you, Josh, and your family for being here. It's a special day. I've had the opportunity to be part of the Pirates and the baseball operations group for your entire career as a Pirate. It was special. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I still think back to, our trade room in 2009 and our scouts saying they saw this player in the Florida State League and we need to go get him. And really, if I harken back to what we heard at the time, everything that Greg and Bob used, all those words to describe you, are what they saw. And really, at the end of the day, they called you the type of player that you want on your team and not the type of player you want to play against. So that was really special to see that play out over the course of your Major League career, and particularly the course of your time in Pittsburgh. So it was special, man, and we're appreciative for everything that you did for those teams and for the organization, and embodied the type of player that we always want to bring into black and gold. So congratulations and thank you, and it's an honor to see you retire a forever Pirate.
Contracts high. He always looked good in black and gold, didn't he?
And the jersey? There we go. Get a picture first. And then.
It's my time to speak.
All right.
Wow, it's finally here. Now, first and foremost, I want to thank you, Bob. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks to Pirates. Truly an honor. As I sit here, you mentioned looking at my wife, my kids, one of my brothers, my parents, some family that are on their way and some that couldn't be here. Just want to speak a little bit why this is special to me. And it's literally the people I just named, because Pittsburgh was a special city, not only to me, but to my family. And from the minute that I was traded over in 2009, I felt like I was home. And not just saying that to say it, but, immediately when I was traded over from the guys that were already here to the organization, just felt like a place that I knew I could flourish at. And given the opportunity, kind of wrote itself, but was definitely appreciative of the opportunity. But Pittsburgh has always been home. Treated me like family, even though I'm from a rival city, in a different sport. But that never wavered from Pittsburgh faithful, because every time these folks were here, after every game, there's somebody, hey, we just, your parents are good people. I'd meet them across the street and I'd be like, oh man, your parents. So for me to see the love they showed my parents, my brother, my wife, my kids, when presented with this opportunity, I said it's a no-brainer, because it always felt like home. And everything that you guys spoke on, it was easy for me to play for a city that welcomed me with open arms. Wasn't drafted here, but traded here. So, to a lot of people might have been unfamiliar, because I came up pretty quickly. But, that didn't change the fact that when I put on that black and gold, it was, from the minute that I put those spikes on and hit the field, I could really feel the love. And I said it that I didn't really set out to say, I want to retire a Pirate this or that. I want it to happen organically and naturally. And, I'm thankful for, I don't believe in coincidences. That meeting that we had, a month and a half ago led to this moment here. And I'm just thankful to get to share with my family, friends, and see a couple of former teammates, some of my guys that I used to share the clubhouse with, at various levels, and even guys that, helped in between, whether they were clubhouse manager or, all types of people working in the service tunnel. It's always nice to see people that, greeted me with a, hey, what's going on, Jay? Hey, every time I showed up. So it's been a good homecoming, even though it's just starting, but nice to, make it come full circle, finish where you started.
Questions for Josh?
Josh, what is it like to have the reality set in that you're retiring, and how much does it mean to you that the Pirates extended the opportunity to have you retire as a Pirate?
I got the question a lot, like, how does this feel? And before today, I didn't really have an answer. But I guess it feels real now, because you can announce you're retiring, and a lot of people, you announce retiring, you sign your paperwork. But to be able to put on a jersey that meant a lot to me and, me and my family, I think that's when it really hit, like, okay, now I put this on, now I'm speaking in front of y'all. Feels real, but definitely a good feeling. And, I wouldn't trade it for the world right now. Just glad that my family can experience it with me.
What's your favorite moment as a Pirate? Do you have one or a couple?
I have a lot, but I got this question earlier. One of my favorite moments, and I always say this, was, I think it was my first walk-off on Mother's Day. It was here against the Astros. My wife wasn't a mom at the time. We were, I think, engaged, but my mom and my grandma were here. So my first walk-off, I think they said I had 8. So first one being Mother's Day with my mom and grandma being here, it was pretty cool.
Josh, when you first came back here a couple months ago, I'm sure you didn't expect this to develop. And I guess I can ask Bob this question too. I mean, when you guys first met in the tunnel right around here, how did this idea come to be? Was that something that just kind of popped in your mind, Bob?
I think the alumni group has been so important to Pittsburgh, and we want to do a better job reconnecting, particularly that era that was, again, so exciting for Pittsburgh, so exciting for me, these recent alums who are beginning to retire, and make sure we're building that relationship to bring them back. And I can't imagine a better person to start with. I can't imagine someone who I watched more exciting games with my dad and to be able to watch games with my dad and with my daughter, and to see your hustle, commitment, grit, energy is exactly what the Pittsburgh Pirates ought to look like. So if we're going to get started down that pathway, I couldn't imagine a better person to get started with.
Josh, how much pride do you take in the fact that when Bob's saying those words about you, that anybody who may not even know you, that those are the words that are left with your legacy here? How impactful is that? The grit, hustle, heart, all of those accolades.
It means a lot. Definitely stands out. And one of the awards that I got 2014 was the Heart and Hustle Award. And that was my first All-Star year, but that was also second year we went to the playoffs. So I got honored to be, the Heart and Hustle Award winner of the whole major leagues. But that was just how I played. And I think that's when I came here, Pittsburgh just drew a liking to me because, regardless of, who was out on the field, who we're playing against. And testament goes to my older brothers, my brother Sean and my brother Vince, who is away coaching right now. They used to put me through the ringer. So, as I got older and I got amongst my peers, there wasn't anything that I was afraid of. I knew if I played hard, I knew I was skilled. But playing against them, I had to play a lot harder. So what looked like me playing hard was just me envisioning both of my brothers out there.
Anybody else? Josh, how much, what Bob mentioned about kind of bringing the alums back, how important is that for you to maybe be a catalyst in that and kind of getting the guys from the 2013 to 15 teams back in the fold with the organization in whatever manner? But how much does that mean to you that they want to do that? And how much important is it for those former Pirates to become forever Pirates?
Means a lot, and it's just one of those things where you play somewhere, you want to be in tune and know about the history. And I was fortunate enough when I was here, we had guys like, Bill Verdon, Mazeroski. These guys would be around. And, you don't take it for granted. And I know our teams from 13 through 15 has, a lot of guys that has knowledge and, still call Pittsburgh home. And I'm sure those guys feel the same way as I do. They would love to bridge the gap and, pour into these guys the way that those older guys or former players poured into us, because, Pittsburgh's a special place. The tradition is, very rich with the history, and being able to pass that down and be a part of that, something I don't take lightly, and very excited to be a part of.
All right, anybody else? All right. Thanks, Josh, Kevin, Bob, thanks so much.
So Josh Harrison, two-time All-Star, now gets to retire as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Michael, we were both teammates with him. He's obviously the best. We're going to get to talk to him here in just a few minutes. But you just got to tell us your experience with Jay. Oh, he's coming, dude. Watch out, man. He's here. Oh, no.
Hey, big
I just tried to knock the ball.
Film it.
No, I tried to knock the ball out.
He's wet.
Not like Paul Tucker. I just can't. Like Noah's Ark, I built it to come see you.
Oh, you got wet.
Believe it, doggy.
What up, Jay? Congrats, man. Super happy for you. I know you just answered a few questions, but I'm going to kind of rehash some of those right now because I loved your last answer there talking about what it means to kind of bridge that gap. We got to experience those older Pirates in clubhouse, and getting to talk to them during spring training. I think it would be so cool to see your generation of guys that went to the playoffs to really start bringing that up again. And it seems like you'd love to do that too.
Oh, for sure. 13 through 15 was some special years, and that goes without saying that I think anybody that played on those teams know what those teams meant to the city. and we didn't even accomplish what we wanted to, and it's still like you would think that we won back-to-back World Series. So that's just something that would like to put across to the guys. I think AJ has spoke on it before. Like, man, this city, we didn't even win it, and look how much they were behind us between 13 and 15. And for us, I would love to go back and just, hey, we didn't even make it. So imagine you guys win a playoff series, get to the World Series. They're going to say forget 13 through 15. Not that we want to be forgotten, but, that's part of the history is, man, Pittsburgh's been starving for a winner. And those years 13 through 15 gave them a glimpse of what they had in the past. And you just don't want to be another 20 years before that happens. And you need guys that have been there, done that. Nothing against, what they got now, but that's all of baseball. You got to have the former guys give their knowledge, because we're in an information era.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the best information is going to come from people that have done it.
And first off, will you hold up your watch?
Oh,
That is nice. That right there is nice. All right. First off, congratulations, bro. You're one of the best teammates I ever had. Do you feel like some things are unfinished here? I always think about you in black and gold. Now you're retired. Now you're going to give back to the organization in a different way. Do you feel like you have some unfinished business? Because we didn't get it done, right? And I think you're a perfect representation of what the heart and hustle is, what a guy is that leaves it all out there on the diamond. And do you hope to give that back to the organization?
Oh, I mean, if possible, something can happen. I'm not opposed to, as I said, helping in any way that I can. I looked at myself as not the average baseball player because I thought differently. I played differently. And the way that I process things, I know I can help a lot of people, but that's not on my time. That's also on God's time.
You can and will.
But when the time is right, I'm having a great time enjoying my wife and kids, coaching volleyball. But definitely unfinished business. As you see, I retired as a Pirate, but I'm a Pirate forever. I didn't get to where I wanted to as a player, but that doesn't mean as a former player that I can't help this organization.
Well said.
So it's all about being able to pass down. And I'm enjoying time with my family, but who knows what the future holds.
No doubt.
Okay, so baseball accolades aside, because you did win that Heart and Hustle Award, we just were announced Jake Mangum won that award this year. Very similar to player to you in a lot of ways, kind of the grit that he plays with. But I want to talk to you about your connection to Pittsburgh specifically, because like me, you were not drafted here, but you were traded here when you were in the minor leagues, and you come up through a system, and when you get to the big leagues, you can immediately kind of feel that change. Why is this city so special to you from when you first get here?
It's just the people. You hear about it, but until you experience it, and I don't know if I spoke on it here. I might have been speaking to Bob, but did I say something about my cousin who was talking about the love of Pittsburgh?
No, you didn't.
So I might have said that.
You got your time now.
So I got one of my cousins is Cincinnati through and through, Bengals fan, and Bengals and Steelers are like this, right? Has nothing to do with the Pirates and Reds, but the Pirates have the same color.
It kind of does.
So my cousin goes, "Cuz, I don't know how this is gonna work," and I kid you not, and
Come on.
No, when I tell you,
He's gonna defamily you.
He's die hard, but when he came here, he said, "You know what? Pittsburgh is all right with me. The love that they showed, the family, so when you mentioned, I wasn't drafted here. When I came up, people didn't know he was traded for whatever, but then dang, that dude can play. He plays hard. You know what? I like his energy. So." It's one of those things where you always hear about it, and that's another thing that telling these guys here is y'all got a chance to do something special. The way that they treat 13 through 15 and we didn't win it all lets you know what the city is about. You go out there, you play hard, and you win, this city's going to be behind you. Even when you're not winning, they behind you. They might be a little frustrated, but that's any team. That's any fan base. But
you got me all fired up, bro. I want to talk about prior to 13 because we built a family. Hey, I feel like maybe even when you started here, got in high A, double A, triple A, that group was really good. Mercer, Presley, you, Darno, all those guys kind of took off, and you created a foundation. Talk a little bit about the teammates, the relationships, and all those things prior to 13 that really made 13 happen.
Well, you talk about family. I know the Pirates, we are family. That was one of their big things. And I was traded over from the Cubs to the Pirates, and I can remember, you mentioned my boy Jordy. I get traded. Jordy and the Pirates hitting coach, Matt Haig, they go, bro, we got to pull out couch. You can stay with us the last month and a half.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm talking bar in the middle of the back. But you know what?
They're just keeping you in line.
They but you know what? Ride to the field from that point. They're like, bro, you can ride to the field with us. You can stay with us. We became family to where
No doubt.
Britt just saw Matt Haig in the hallway. She's like, oh, my gosh. You know, Jordy's wife, Casey, and Britt talked. You know, our kids grew up together. And more than just those guys, everybody you mentioned, and I answered this question on the radio about why those years were special because, you know, it was more than just on the field. Yeah. Off the field, we were friends. You know, our wives got along. And not to say that other teams that doesn't happen, but we were in a position to where we knew for things to change in the organization that we were going to be the group to do it because we were AA, AAA. Nobody really
you
cared.
Winning, too.
I was about to say.
And cheating.
No, hey, they didn't call it the ball. Hey, I knocked it out. It's contact play.
You did. You're right. Fair
but,
enough.
you know, it's one of those things where we kind of knew that they had already had pieces. You know, you had Kutch, you had Neil, you had some pitchers, you know, guys that were like, okay, Pedro's there, Neil, Kutch. Yeah. We got a group of guys that know that we've won in single A and double A. We know that we played well together. If we get up there with those guys, we know we can make a difference. And, you know, it might have taken a couple years, but when we did, it was more than just on the field. That's why I translated.
So, Jay, I just want to ask you, we've talked about what the Pirates have meant to you, what the city's meant to you, but I kind of want you to look at the camera and give the city of Pittsburgh kind of your feelings about being honored and getting to retire as a Pirate.
Words cannot describe. And it's not from this weekend. It was from the month and a half ago when I came to do the little impromptu visit. Mm-hmm. I didn't get to watch the game. And that right there was enough for me to say, man, here I was thinking I was going to be low-key, and next thing I know, game's over. They done made a comeback against the Dodgers. I missed it, but it was so fulfilling seeing all the fans in different areas of the stands that I didn't get to see while I played. So I'm seeing it from a different vantage point up on the third level, going to the press box. And, you know, people, oh, J.A., and it was just one of those things where it's like, man, I ain't been back here in years, you know, but the love never left. So for that, I'm always grateful. I'm thankful. And that's why I said it was always home away from home.
Can I drop one more for him?
I just got to say the love never left is like, that gave me chills.
It should be a
man.
T-shirt.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It should be.
I want you to do the exact same thing Steven just asked you to do. What do you want J.A. to be remembered for?
Wow. You put me on the spot.
Well, I say that because when I think of you, I think wonderful human being, great father, great friend, and then I think about the player.
Well,
and, dude, I teared up because, like, you go through this entire realm, play for a decade, right, plus. You meet people like you, dude. It's special. He's special, and I couldn't be happier for you right now, but I want you to leave your legacy because you earned it because your little brother or your big brothers beat up on you all the time.
Oh, for sure. And, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. I mean, I always said baseball is bottom of the totem pole, you know, because I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a brother, I'm a son, and people always laugh at me. But, man, what do you want to do when you're done playing? And obviously, you know, family time, all of that is important. And I always joke. I say, I want to be regular. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, man, do you have any idea what it's like on the road? Because I like to eat at mom and pop shops, you know.
Well, we know.
So, you know what it's like going in there and, hey, what's going on, Mr. McHenry? They know you.
They know your order. They know everything,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, hey, what's your best? You know, we got to ask, what's your best entree? No, I want to be able to walk in. Oh, that's Josh and Brittany. You know, their daughters are at school. They come in here and have lunch. Those are the things that, you know, as you mentioned, being a husband, being a father, being a son. Baseball is obviously a job that I did. And, yes, while accolades will be talked about, the game is going to continue to go on. And,
Amen.
You know, one thing that I always had was perspective, and family always kept that in line for me.
Well, no surprise there, but I promise you will never be remembered as regular Josh Harrison. That will not happen.
Never. What is it, Uber?
Yeah.
Uber what?
What my brother called it, husband Uber daddy.
Husband Uber daddy.
That's what you are now. Husband Uber daddy.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations, dude. Nobody deserves it more. Stick around with us. We're going to start pregame at 5:30. Josh getting celebrated today and tomorrow. Getting a T-shirt giveaway tomorrow. 20,000 shirts given away. Come join us at the field at PNC Park, and we'll see you in the pregame show in just a little while.
Look at me. Ain't I fresh as I can be. Still I prevail when they test and throw the best at me. Cause I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell from my my stance, I'm the man. I'm the man, I'm the man. You can tell from my stance that it's common spectators pass out from a glance. I'm still going hard. You can bet it. My swag so crazy, I got it a straight jacket. Look at me. Ain't not fresh as I can be. Still I prevail when they test and throw the best at me.